welcome to my podcast, all about the crafty side of my life. This is in fact episode 48. I think for the last two podcasts I've got it wrong, so apologies for that. But it is actually number 48 today. It's Thursday, 30th of April. It's a really lovely day actually. It's just windy and grey and a bit rainy. It's quite nice. We've had really gorgeous weather here in the UK, well, in the south of England where I live, which has been brilliant because it means that we got out in the garden a lot, but now we're kind of more inside. I should say we're still in lockdown. I feel like this is just the beginning, and it's been playing with my head a lot. Yes, so I'm sorry I've been missing. I really wanted to do a podcast last week, but it was not going to happen. I might chat a bit about that later, but I've been crafting quite a lot actually. I just seem to have lost my mojo for everything else in life. But thank goodness I have crafting. Anyway, let's get on. Got my coffee and my pretty mug. This is a Cornish ware mug. I love these, they're so lovely. I think today I'm going to swap things around and I'm going to talk about finished things first. Because to be honest with you, I only have one in the making. I need to start lots of new things. Anyway, look at this. My first grand finished thing. This is the Whitmore sweater by lovely Amy Loudon, who is Little Tailoress on Instagram. And basically I love it. I loved knitting it. I love wearing it. It is as soft as bunny tails. I'm really sensitive to yarn, and I'm wearing this on bare skin. I do have a bra on this week. It's just a tiny little thin little crop top. But yeah, so nothing else. I don't have like a vest top or anything, and it feels like I said, like bunny tails. It's just gorgeous. And I knit this using Dandelion and Dogwood, which is Amy and her sister Jen's yarn company. I used their Perfect Sock, one strand of that, and one strand of their Fairground, which is a Surrey baby alpaca, I think.
Go ahead.
Did you hear that? That's Siri talking to me. Siri. I wasn't talking to you, Siri.
I'm sorry. I'll try harder.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Goodbye. Okay, I think I've got rid of Siri for a little while. He's very helpful, but sometimes he does interfere. Okay, back to my lovely Whitmore. No, I should get up and show you, shouldn't I? Okay. So originally, because it's knit from top down, and I followed the instructions completely with the exception that I didn't change to a smaller needle size for the hem because I'm quite self-conscious of my tummy and I didn't really want it drawing in too much. I also was concerned that it was a tiny bit short, but Amy said don't do anything about it, do the sleeves, wash it, block it and see how you feel. I'm still a little unsure, but I think it's the style and I think I need to get modern, people. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it. I know if Amy's watching this, she'll go, yes, it's the perfect length. It just hits that wobbly bit, doesn't it? But anyway, it's so pretty. But look at the sleeves. Hang on, let me arrange it so it's like, oh, just look at the sleeves. Oh, Isn't that the most beautiful sleeve? This is her bishop sleeve, it's called. What else can I tell you? Let's show you the lovely lace. Oh, it's just so beautiful. It's just like a dream catcher. And there's the back. I hope I'm in shot. Oh, I am, right in the middle. So I really, really, really love this. I think it's my favourite thing I've ever knitted. What to tell you? I've talked about this in my last couple of podcasts. I think I have, certainly the last one. And so there's more information if you want to watch those. But I did go up half a needle size. I think the pattern calls for 4 and I used a 4.5. That's absolutely standard for me. I nearly always do that to get gauge. I did helical knitting, so I knit the lace up to this point here, just with a strand of each. I didn't alternate at all. And then once I got to the end of the lace, I did helical knitting, and I used a tutorial by Grace of Babble's Travelling Yarn, which is amazing. I did the same on the sleeve, so I got to the end of the lace here and then I did helical knitting. The sleeves just flew. I used a progress keeper. I talked about this in the last episode, I remember. I used a stitch marker and it really, really motivated me to see how much I was knitting at a time. And they flew so much I ended up having to tink back because I'd knit too long. The cuffs, okay, so I don't like using DPNs and I don't like using 9-inch circulars, but my preference over the two is 9-inch circulars. So I did the cuffs on those. I did the sleeves on 12-inch circular. Yeah, and I can't remember what I did the rest on. Do you need to know anything else? I knit the size medium. Medium! I'm never a medium in anything, so this makes it more special. And I loved it so much, and Bryony's loved it too, so I'm going to knit her one for Christmas. She knows about this, it's not a surprise, because obviously I'm going to be showing it on the podcast. I've been researching some yarn because it's pretty expensive to knit this out of hand-dyed yarn. Absolutely worth it if you know you like looking after your knitwear. But Bryony has a very busy life. She works really, really long hours, especially from spring to autumn. And her lovely fiance, he does quite a lot of the laundry and I can't expect him to do special fussy things. So I've decided to look for an easy care and less expensive option so she doesn't feel stressed about wearing it, because I just know what she's like. She'll save it because she doesn't want to wash it, because she won't want to worry about it. So I think I'm going to knit it out of Drops Charisma. I found some actually yesterday in my stash and I just stuffed it down my top and wore it on my décolleté for, I don't know, it was quite a long time because I forgot it was there. And which is great because that means it doesn't itch. I don't think she's as picky as me, but yeah. So I think that's one of my next makes, but I need to order the yarn. I sent her some links because I haven't seen her. I miss her. Oh, I miss her so much. It actually hurts in my heart at the moment. It's awful, isn't it? Being apart from people you love. It's a real struggle. It's a real struggle, especially when she sends me texts saying, I miss you. Oh, breaks my heart. Anyway, I sent her links to some yarns that I found. I think I looked at Cascade, Drops Charisma and another Drops. Anyway, I think I've settled on Drops Charisma, and she chose a gorgeous colour. So I think I'm going to get that ordered. Yes, so this is my Whitmore, and I absolutely adore it. I could talk about it forever. Okay, so next up is a pair of socks. So this is a new pattern, and I bet you're looking at them thinking, that's a bit dull for Jooles. But I just wanted to do a vanilla sock in my recipe. I've had lots of people ask me what's a good pattern for beginners. I've also had people ask me if I'll do more simpler socks. And also I thought this is also good for people who like to put their own design, their own spin on things. So this is just a completely basic sock with my beanie toe and my Godet heel. The yarn is gorgeous. Let me show you the yarn. Oh, how pretty is that? Oh, I haven't lost it, have I? No, it's over here. Here it is. And this is my lovely Jane of Hedgerow Yarns, and it was a sock set, and it's called Orchid, and both the colours came in the sock set. I used them as they were, and it's so pretty. All I need to do is write this pattern up, which shouldn't take too long, although I'll explain my brain situation on my next finished thing. Okay, so it shouldn't take too long, but it may. And then I'll send this off to my tech editor. She'll do all that stuff, and I don't think I need this one testing it because it's just my basic vanilla recipe, and this is going to be called Sweet Vanilla Toe Up. And I'm also going to be doing a sweet vanilla cuff down. So it's got my lovely beanie toe, the gorgeous Godet heel, which I just love this heel. Can't say enough good things about it. And I did a 1x1 twisted rib. And I've got the other one here. I actually knit them two at a time, and I haven't done that for quite a while, but I really enjoyed it. It's so lovely getting a whole pair of socks off the needles when you finish. So I think I might do that a bit more. So that's those. Let's have a bit of a coffee break. I've got some video at the end of this episode. Quite a lot of very random things because my head has been all over the place. I can't even remember what I've recorded. I know I recorded making some banana pancakes, which basically I just burnt, but it did taste quite nice. I might put that, depends how burnt they look, but they did taste okay. I honestly cannot remember what else I've recorded. Anyway, okay, so my next finished thing are my timely tulip socks. Thank you so much to all of you who helped me choose the name. That was so helpful. I was just going to call them tulip socks, but there's a lot of tulip socks already on Ravelry, so I changed their name to Timely Tulip Socks. They are finished, as you can see, and the pattern is with my lovely tech editor, and they should be out for testing hopefully next week, and I'll give my testers a couple of weeks like I normally do, because really they only need to knit one sock for me to know that the pattern works. As long as all sizes get tested, I'm quite happy with that. These are on a blocker actually that's a bit too big for them, so the heel looks a bit weird, but let me tell you about them. To knit these socks, I used a mini set of 6 20-gram minis, and I'll show you what I have left. This is what I have left. Such pretty colours, aren't they? They are, oops, dandelion and dogwood rainbow mini set. Amy and I collaborated a year or even 2 years ago. I made rainbow Liberty bags and she made a mini set to go with it. So that is where I got my minis from. But you can use any yarn you have at home. You can buy a mini set. I know Kelly Lay is going to be doing kits for these socks from Lay Family Yarns. Obviously you don't need the full 20 grams for the toe, this stripe here, this stripe here, and this stripe here, but you will need most of the 20 grams for the section with the gusset increases and the heel. And as you can see on my socks, I reversed them, but it still obviously ended up with the yellow and the green that I used the most of. But I had plenty in my 20 grams, and even if you're knitting the large size, you'll have plenty in a 20 gram mini. Okay, so let me tell you about them. Oh, I do love them, they're so pretty. Which one should I show you? I've already shown you that one, so I'll show you this one. These are knit toe up using my beanie toe. It has this beautiful stitch, which actually really does look like little tulips. It looks complex, it's very easy. Very tricky to write, as I found out, but easy to do. These socks I found really complicated to write. It could have been my state of mind, or I don't know. Some things are easy to do but hard to explain. But yeah, they're so easy to do. And I tell you how to divide your sock into segments. There's a video tutorial on starting the toe. There's a video tutorial on the tulip stitch. Got a lovely Godet heel, and this one's got a 3x1 twisted rib because it fit in so perfectly with the tulips. You could knit them all in one colour. You could certainly knit them with your beautiful bits leftovers. And I think I'm going to be knitting another pair quite soon. Yes, so the pattern should be out in 2 or 3 weeks, but I'll let you know. Okay, what else? Finished things. My love for rainbows continues. I think it always will. I made another rainbow. These, or this, or should I say, is much, much smaller than Bryony's one. As you can see, I cannot get this on my head. It will be tricky. Get it on my arm. Oh, what a bangle. Yes, a nice bangle. I'm seriously considering adding some of these to my shop when I reopen. They are very time consuming, but I adore them. So I think I may be doing that. There probably won't be too many, as I say, because they're time consuming, but it's so pretty. There's lots of tutorials online if you want to have a go at making one of these. And I think in my last video I put a link down below to the tutorial I used for Bryony's, which is how I did this one as well. And I just glued it at the back with a glue gun. It has quite a lot of glue actually, because I found if you don't use enough glue it's quite floppy, and to be a wall hanging I think it has to have some stability. So ooh, hello. So yeah, maybe some rainbows coming to my shop. Actually, talking about my shop, I think I'm going to reopen it next week, but I am only going to be doing UK shipping because I think it's just going to be too hit and miss and stressful to send parcels internationally. I may see how it goes. I'll just keep an eye on Royal Mail, and I just saw a photo the other day of the Royal Mail sorting office coming in and going out. and my goodness, have they got a lot of parcels. It's endless. So I think I'm just going to keep it UK just for now, and just see how it goes. So hopefully my shop will be open next week. Any other thing? Oh yeah, I've been making more of these little nurses' ear savers. I feel like I may have misplaced or lost a few messages from you lately. Not quite sure how that's happened. I think probably because I get messages on Ravelry, Instagram, email, YouTube. Sometimes, I don't know, then I read it and I think I'll go back to that and then I can't find it. But anyway, I remember a lovely lady asked me what blusher I use, and I'm so sorry, I lost your message, but I remembered the question. So I use Bare Minerals in Giddy Pink, but I'm not, oh hello, I'm not really fussy with blusher. As long as it's a nice kind of pinky, corally colour, I'm quite happy to use most things. So yeah, that's my blusher. Should we have a little chat? I've been doing yoga every day, apart from one, for almost 2 weeks now. Do you know, I find talking about this really hard, because everyone's got their own struggles at the moment, and mine are no different to anybody else's, but I guess they're mine. And I've just really the last week or two have found all of this COVID thing really, really overwhelming, because it's not just the COVID thing, is it? Life carries on. You have your normal everyday problems, and then the COVID thing brings in another million problems. Yeah, and I consider myself very, very lucky. I have a garden, we have money, we have craft, we have a nice home, we have each other. But my goodness, something happened to me. I was getting really, really terrible headaches. I'm still doing a bit of a struggle with them. It's because I clench my jaw when I go to sleep when I'm suffering from anxiety. And even when I think I have it under control, my brain knows better when I'm asleep and it just all creeps out and I can't control it. I'm not after any advice or anything, because I've tried so many things and I have a couple more options to try. But yeah, when I have it, it's very debilitating because I just get so many terrible headaches. And so with that and all the COVID stuff, I've just felt so overwhelmed, tired, uninspired, grumpy. I've been really grumpy. Yes, and I've been very painful because of my jaw clenching, because that really doesn't just affect your head, it affects your neck, this bit across here, shoulders, upper back, and also down my arms as well, where everything's just so tight. So I started doing some yoga and I'm loving it. I'm doing yoga with Adrian. I've mostly been doing the headache and upper back and migraine yoga. I may have done another one, but they really, really help, especially if you suffer from headaches. The one for headaches is really good. It doesn't get rid of my headache, but it takes the real tightness off. So I've been enjoying that. I've been kind of looking forward to doing it, which is unusual for me because I've started yoga before and it lasts 1 or 2 days. But I've been going for almost 2 weeks, and I'm still really looking forward to my next practice because I actually get relief from it. So that's a real positive. And there are lots of positives. Pete was showing me on the computer last night what he was reading the news, and it was about a harbour. I don't know if it was Portsmouth, but a harbour in England, in the south coast, that used to be really cloudy and horrible, and now it's clear blue. That is lovely. So I feel like we need to focus on all the good things, but it is hard sometimes. My head has felt so busy and shouty, and all I've really wanted to do is hibernate all on my own, like a grumpy old bear. But it's impossible to do when everyone's home. Actually, George isn't home. He's home today because he's got his 3 days off. He works 4 days, has 3 days off. So he's just starting his 3 days off. Pete's home. He works from home anyway, so it's not terribly different, but he's not working at all. So that brings in another worry, and also you're just under each other's feet a lot, and I'm the kind of person who loves space. I recharge when I'm on my own. I have a bit of thinking time, a bit of peaceful time, and then I'm fine again. And I'm also really missing my family and my friends. Anyway, I needed to vent, and also I think it's good to share these things because I don't want to pretend that everything's fine and I'm coping wonderfully, because that's not true, and I don't want to give that impression because we're all in this together. So yes, do you know what else I really miss? I really miss going out for a coffee and a piece of cake once in a while. I'm not really a go-outer, but coffee and cake every 2 or 3 weeks in a lovely cafe, garden centre where you can have a lovely browse around afterwards. Oh, that would be so nice. But hey, we got to look after each other. We got to look after our National Health Service, and we have to do our bit. So, enough moaning, Jooles. Okay, shall I show you my in the making? I have one in the making. You've already seen it, so this is a bit boring, but it's my bunny sock. I have actually started sock number 2. Not very exciting, is it? But I've started it. So basically it is my little rabbit sock. It's very cute, actually. I do adore these socks. And I'm doing exactly the same on the second sock. So I'm doing yellow on the toe, fading up to pink on the cuff, and little pom-poms. I'm keeping those rather in my gorgeous bag from my lovely friend Sherry, who is Sherry Iris. Oh, she's such a clever girl. And this pin here, this is from my lovely friend Chrissy, who I haven't seen in forever. Hi Chrissy, if you're watching. Yeah, that's all of my in the making. So I am planning on starting a Camaro. I'll put a picture in here. By Tanis. Oh, they have a brilliant podcast, Tanis Fibre Arts. Love her. I love her, and I love her husband. I love her aesthetic. Actually, I think Tanis would really love this. I think she'd love that. I think she might like my socks too. But I don't think she'd watch this podcast. But she's lovely, and she just loves a rainbow and right up my street, and scrappy projects right up my street. So if you don't already, go and have a watch at Tanis Fibre Arts. Also, my lovely friend Joanna from Stitching the High Notes, she has been doing daily vlogs. What month are we in? Is it April? Yeah, she's been doing daily vlogs in April. I don't even know what day it is, let alone what month it is. We won't forget the year though, will we? Yes, so Joanna's been doing daily vlogs in April and she's going to carry on. Oh, I'm so happy, so happy. And I've also been enjoying Rachel So Ray Me, but to be honest, I have not had that much time, is the wrong word, opportunity. Haven't had that much opportunity to watch podcasts. I think it's because Pete's home. So the telly's in more demand. Although he's very busy. I don't really understand why I've felt so busy. I think it's more in my head than in reality. I'm very complicated in my brain. It's annoying. I also wanted to say thank you for all of you leaving your lovely comments after every episode. They are so nice to read, and I hope you see the little heart that I press, which I think it comes up. Jooles or So Sweet Violet loves your comment, and I do. I read every one and I love them. They really inspire me to carry on. So thank you. I feel like there was a million other things I wanted to say, but I do have a special announcement. On my last episode, I announced a giveaway for this beautiful yarn and these lovely stitch markers that were donated by the lovely Lana of the Yarn Lab. And this is a kit to knit my stripy short socks, which I released a couple of weeks ago. Thank you so much to everybody who's bought a copy, by the way. It means the absolute world to me. Yeah, you really seem to like those, so I'm really pleased. So this is a sock kit to knit a pair. And this was a giveaway. So last week I just asked you to comment down below if you're interested in winning the yarn. And I picked a winner this morning. I went on to, I don't know, I just Googled YouTube random comment picker. And the winner is Lorie Butler. So if you are Lorie, please would you get in touch with me? I have no idea where you live, so your parcel could take quite a while to get to you. But please get in touch with me and give me your full name and address, and I'll post that off to you. And congratulations, and thank you to everybody who entered. Okay, I think I'm done. I don't have any other exciting news. I was laughing with Amy the other day because we chat every day, but our chats have become quite dull. We're talking to each other and we're like, I think I've run out of things to say. I haven't done anything. Yeah, it's getting hard to talk to people. Anyway, I hope you are staying well and safe and sane. That's the tricky one, I think. And there'll be lots of random videos at the end of this. It'll be a surprise to me, as it will to you. Anyway, I hope to see you next week, but I will see you soon. Lots of love.